Hello Golf Flight. I hope everyone's testing negative and staying positive. I will be showing you guys how to wear the operational camouflage pattern uniform today, or better known as OCPs. So before I get started, if you guys do have any questions or any specifics that I didn't hit on, please just check the AFI 362903 dress and appearance for more specific answers or clarity on anything that you do not understand or that I didn't cover. I am actually wearing a female OCP uniform. All of us were given unisex uniforms, so we wear them all exactly the same. This is almost the same as the other ones, except we do have more elasticity on the sides because females have hips. It also has a smaller crotch area because, you know, and the pockets are a little bit smaller, as they always are for female things. But basically everything's going to be the same. That just might be why mine look a little different than the ones you guys might have on. So before I get actually started, I'm going to talk about accessories. So to begin with, things like glasses, they do have to be like a plain color, like black, brown. They can't be turtle, I think is what they call them when they have multiple colors on them. They also can't have big name brands on the side of them as well. When it comes to jewelry, they have to be either worn for religious purposes or really simple. Typically people don't really wear jewelry. Girls wear earrings, but they have to be incredibly small. Sometimes you see people wear religious necklaces. Bracelets are typically not worn unless they are for religious purposes. Rings, you only really see people wear wedding rings. You cannot wear rings on your pinkies or your thumbs, so I stay away from that. Watches, they have to be a very plain color, like plain black, plain brown, white. If you want to carry the AFI around with you, you can wear a white watch. And it's not unusual for units to not allow you to wear Apple Watches. So for example, in field training, if they tell us we can't wear an Apple Watch, that's totally normal and something that might happen when you're active duty as well. And then obviously you cannot wear any face jewelry. Men cannot wear earrings in uniform, but they can wear earrings on base. That's new as of last year. In addition to that, as of last year, you're allowed to have tattoos as long as they don't go on your hands, your feet, your face, or your neck, obviously, or your ears, or the inside of your mouth. Some people are crazy, so you just can't have tattoos in those places. In addition to that, wearing too extravagant of makeup is also against the AFI. Obviously, typical makeup is fine, but things that look outrageous or something that you wouldn't wear on a normal basis. And then in addition to that, you can't have any nail polish that does not match your skin tone. They are kind of lenient with that because everyone's skin tone is a little bit different, but basically it can't be something that someone could pick you out of a crowd with. Okay, so right now I just have my pants and my shirt that's tucked into my pants. I'm wearing a santee, which is coyote brown. If you do want to buy some more on Amazon or GovX or Base Exchange, have all military things that you could buy. For the belt, this is how women put on their belt. I'm actually not sure how men do, but you go in through the right. You go all the way around, make sure not to miss any in the back, and you do have to wear your belt at all times. Like if you were to take off your top and you don't have a belt on, you will get paperwork or a talking to because you have to wear your belt at all times, even if your uniform is tight on you. So here's the belt. You guys weren't given ones with Velcro, but mine has Velcro on it because it's nice and snazzy. So then it looks like this. Females, if you do have the unisex uniform on, it is normal for it to come like all the way up to here. I don't know why it's like that. It just is. So, yep, this is what this looks like so far. So next is the socks. They gave us coyote brown socks, but you are allowed to wear sage green if for some reason you have any until 2022. So you can like switch them up right now, as well as santees, but you guys were all given the correct colors anyway. So for socks, you put them on the way you put on socks. Make sure they go up like as high as they can, but they don't need to be like super tight. It is also normal when you take off your socks to have sock marks on your legs for hours after you take them off. I don't know why they're like that, but sometimes I'll like take off my socks after a work day and I'll go to bed with sock marks still on my legs. So it's totally normal. Nothing's wrong with you if that happens. And just on a side note, if you do want to be nice and snazzy, Under Armour makes t-shirts and socks. I just wear typical cotton ones, but it's common to see people wear like high-end santees and high-end socks. These were actually gifted to me, but they're Under Armour. Nike makes socks. I think that might be it. But yes, if you want nice, good socks and not the cheap ones they gave us, you can go online. Amazon also has socks as well. Okay, for boots, so these are lightweight boots. You guys were given typical like military boots, and most of the time people will trade them out for lightweights just because they're easier, more comfortable, easier to run in, and especially for field training, they'll be easier to have on. There's a lot of different companies that make coyote brown boots, especially because the Army wears the same color. These are Danners. I've worn Danners my whole military career, and a lot of people do. Nike does have a pair. They do fall apart kind of quicker, but I've heard they're the most comfortable. Rockies also is a really good brand For boots, again, you can get that on govx.com or baseexchange.com or Amazon. So I would totally recommend getting lightweights. They are kind of expensive, but they make a huge difference. I just hit myself. Okay, so for your boots, they're just a typical lace like this all the way up to the top. And for a quick secret, not the end of your shoelaces. So when you put on your shoes, I'm tying them, the bunny ears, and then you pull all the way to the end. Obviously as tight as they go, and then you stick this in to the back like this, so you can't see any of the shoelace. Yes, and I believe that's everything you need to know about wearing the boots. Okay, then once your boots are on, you're going to need to blouse your pants. These are called blousing straps. You guys were not given them. You can use hair ties or rubber bands to do this as well. There's also ties, as you noticed, at the end of our OCPs, which are also a form of blousing. They do not stay. I wouldn't recommend doing that. It's also against the AFI to tuck your pants into your boots. So I'd for sure find something that works like this, or like a hair tie that you can roll up your pants in. So I will show you guys how to put on your blousing straps. I guess I'm just going to be really flexible. Okay, so you're going to wrap it around, like down here. Can you see that? It's hooked right here. And then your pants, you tuck it once, and then you kind of just like bunch it up. So then it looks like that. You're bloused. Make sure your strings are in. And there, your pants are bloused. Some people wear two to make it look extra nice. Again, if you have a rubber band, just put the rubber band around your leg and then tuck the pants into that. If you do not want to do that and you want to use this, you like tie it however you deem fit and then roll it under so you can't see the knot or like all that scrunchy stuff. And then they are bloused, but I totally recommend not doing that because it will come undone, and that's really embarrassing when your pants are unbloused. It also doesn't look very well if they're loosely bloused. Okay, now that your shoes, your socks, your blousing straps, your pants, your belt, and your shirt are on. Oh, one tidbit about the shirt. Men do not have to wear an undershirt, but females, you have to wear like a black, a white, a very generic colored bra. I've seen women get in trouble for their bra strap showing and them not being a proper color. So that is very important. Anyway, so for your OCP top. So before you put it on, this is a female OCP top. The only difference is like the back has a different type of sewing, and it just fits a little more snug, but it's basically the same. So for the top, you're going to put the American flag on your right arm like this. The thing is that it's like blowing in the wind, so it's going to be basically backwards on your arm. I know this is a camera, so it's like backwards. But you put it at the very top of the Velcro patch right in the middle of it, and that is where the American flag belongs. On the other side, I'm not sure if we got, I don't know why I'm breathing so hard, but I'm not sure if we got squadron patches, but if you do get a squadron patch, it goes right in the middle of your left arm. I had a squadron patch. I had two, so one went under here and one went over here, but I don't think we have that, so you guys don't have to worry about that. For name tapes, U.S. Air Force will always go on your right. Your left, because the U.S. Air Force is always in your heart. And then on the right is going to be your last name. In addition to that, I would totally recommend taking all the strings off of your uniform before you wear them on the first day, because they typically have tons of strings on them, and it's actually against AFI to have those on your uniform, so you can get in trouble for them. Anyway, so ignore those on mine because I've not done that yet. But voila, and then our rank will go here, and I double checked, you do wear your rank here for ROTC as well. Okay, so now that your blouse is on, you zip it up and you Velcro it. Way easier than buttoning. Shout out to ABUs, they suck. And then your arms. So this is different for everybody depending on your wrist size. I button mine up on the middle button. It is a little tight, and sometimes I will have to unbutton it to take off my blouse. That's normal, people do that a lot. Do not wizard sleeve your arms. That means like looking like this. People will make fun of you, I promise. So don't do this, do this. If you want it really tight, you can put on the tightest one if you want to, totally up to you. So then this is how the uniform looks. Hopefully you can see the whole thing. Okay, and then there's some secrets about the uniform. This is a pen holder right here. Always have a pen and a pencil in there if you can. It makes you look professional. So pen holder here. Then you have these, which a lot of people will put like their phone or small things on them. For your uniform, these have to be closed at all times, and so do these have to be closed at all times. You can't have any crazy colored pens. They do have to be black or a generic color. For your pants, your back, sorry, don't look at my butt, but look at my butt. These had to be buttoned at all times. These had to be buttoned at all times. All of these had to be buttoned at all times. You can get in trouble if they are not, especially in field training. They would say something to you for sure. Okay, next is the hat. Obviously, your last name goes on the back. Here's what it looks like. You guys know how to wear a hat. What people do with their hats, they unbutton their right pocket and they put their hat in this big cargo pocket and they rebutton it. That's where most people keep their hats at when they're not being worn. I know that everyone's like, keep your hat nice, and that's gonna be cool for like the first 2 weeks until you need to like put it someplace convenient without losing it. Okay, and then the fleece, same thing. The U.S. Air Force goes over your heart. Your last name goes over not your heart because the Air Force is first. And you just wear it like you typically do with the collar down. Sometimes it can pop up, but it's supposed to be worn collar down. And that's how you wear it. Some other cold weather gear that you can purchase on websites would be something like this. This is one of the only undershirts that you can wear underneath your OCP top. It's super, super warm. I love wearing this in the winter. It is a little more, it's like $40, just a little more pricey, but it does keep you really warm. And then the beanie, you can get the beanie. I don't think they fit well, but it can keep you warm. Okay, and lastly, that's how you wear this full uniform. I also still have my blues from when I did Airman Leadership School, so they are freshly inspected. So when that time does come, I can make another tutorial about how to wear the blues, because I would love to help you guys. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more videos. Have a great day. Golf flight.